Hi and welcome to my channel. You're probably new here considering I have not posted since, I don't know, April or May of 2020. I've been feeling very lost the last couple years, which kind of brings us to this particular video and the 30-day challenge that I am setting for myself for the new year. So for the next 30 days, my focus is really going to be on habits and routines. My lack of habits and routine are making me feel very stuck in my life because I don't have good habits just in general. I don't have a good solid routine for my day, and because of that I have to put a lot of mental energy into the things that I just should accomplish on a day-to-day basis. I have to think about everything that I do. Because none of it is habit, and because I have to spend so much mental energy thinking about, okay, I need to do this, this, and this, and I just got home from a long day at work and now I have to also do this, this, and this, and it takes a lot of mental energy, and because of that I don't feel like I'm taking any mental energy to focus on bigger goals. There is just this sense of like feeling like I'm spinning my wheels and not really going anywhere. I have a lot of goals that I have set for this year that I really want to accomplish. In order to accomplish those goals, I first really need to get down these routines and these daily habits so that that's not where my mental energy is going. So that my mental energy is going towards these bigger goals that I have for myself this year. Because I just moved to a new city, one of my goals is to check out 4 local places this month. So that is like a goal, but that is not my main priority, because my main priority is these routines and these habits and setting that foundation. And if I have a quick start on those habits and those routines and I'm forming them more quickly than I anticipate, and I get to also in turn accomplish that other goal of checking out local places, that's an added benefit. If not, that will be one of my goals for February, because again, my main focus is these routines and these habits. Because when I say everything requires my mental energy, I mean like the simplest skincare of washing my face and putting on face lotion every day. I have to think about that. That does not come secondhand to me, let alone like my actual skincare routine that I try to do. And I have to think so hard about everything, and I want these things to become second nature. So that is kind of where I'm at, where I want to be for the next 30 days. I'm gonna kind of go over my 2 big systems that I'm using to help me stay on track, and that is the free app Notion that I've been using on and off since November of 2021, and my digital planner. So some people use one or the other. I like to use both because sometimes I feel like I need to write it out. I need to physically write it out, and other times I need to quickly add everything that I want to do to a master list and think about it later. And so we're gonna kind of go over how I am using them both to ensure that my goals are accomplished on a monthly basis, but also I'm always looking back at my goals for the year and seeing if I'm making progress on those as well. So this is my intro to my 30-day challenge. I will be doing weekly update videos on like how it's going, where I'm at, what's going on, and then a monthly wrap up when it's all said and done. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into the Notion aspect of it. Okay, so I'm going to start by showing you all a little bit of my yearly goals, but really our focus is on my January goals. But I wanna go ahead and show you my Notion setup for my bigger kind of goal setting before we get into the like habits and routines portion, because that's on a different page. I got this template after watching a YouTube video on like how to use Notion to plan, and the YouTuber had a free template download. So I haven't set my word for 2023 yet. But what I did do is right here, I had a goal setting brain dump. And what that is basically just a blank page where when I was thinking about what it was that I wanted to do for 2023, I wanted to kind of type out just what my vision for my life was in the next couple years. What are some things that I want to accomplish in the next couple years? And so then I could narrow it down to focus on, okay, what do I want to accomplish this year? In my quarter section, I have this kind of divided up into two different lists, to work on and to be completed. So to work on is like my things that don't have an end date. And then my to be completed section is like hard, concrete things I want to do. How I kind of developed these lists is looking at my 2023 goals list. Now breaking that into the first quarter, what can I focus on this quarter to make those goals happen? And so now that I have my quarterly goals, I went into my January specific goals. So I wrote out every single thing that I want to accomplish this month. Again, a lot of these revolve around routines and habits. I want to achieve 70% of my daily habits. And so we will get into my daily habits in a little bit. That is my January monthly goals and how I have that set up on Notion. We're gonna go directly into habits, and I'm gonna let you look at, this is December, which I have not been consistently filling out. So this is January. And I know this seems like a lot, so I'm gonna kind of explain it, but I'm gonna explain it by starting actually with my December setups. My December habits are my monthly template habits. So this is every single month, regardless of what my main focuses are. These are the things that I want to be checking off my list every single day. For January, I started with that template, but then I looked at my January monthly goals list, and I went from there and added a bunch of things. So it seems very overwhelming, but I am motivated by checking off a box. So that is how we got to where we are. So for example, on the 1st of December, I'll hit open, and then I'll go throughout the day and check off these boxes. This portion is my January specific goals. What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to accomplish in January? And put it in my habit tracker so I can check that box every single day and be motivated, but I also can look every single day at those habits. There's not some obscure list hidden somewhere. It's right there in my face, what it is in detail that I want to focus on this month. So that is how I use my Notion habit tracker. And so all of that is fine and well, but then I want to show you kind of how I translate that, I guess, into my digital planner. Okay, so I have not set up my digital planner for January yet. I'm going to do my January vision board. Basically, I'm going to look at my master list of January goals, find a photo that I think represents that goal, and then make my vision board from there. So I use the Flourish digital planner, and so there's a couple different things, but one that I really want to focus on is the routines section. So like I said, I haven't filled this out, but it's like ideal routines for morning, evening, cleaning, afternoon, workout, AM skincare, PM skincare. So you have already seen that I have all these habits, and that list can be very overwhelming. So how do I want to put that into practice? Well, I want to write out my ideal routines. I'm going to take a look at that habit list, write out my ideal routines to fit that into my day every day. And so I can look on those days that I'm feeling overwhelmed of like, how am I going to accomplish all of this, and reference that ideal routine situation. There is a habit section. And so like I said, I have a very extensive habit tracker that I use on Notion. So I picked out my top 8 habits that I really want to focus on, particularly for November. And so I went ahead and filled those out. And so then I will just kind of check them off as the month goes on. Like I said, I need to do my January vision board, and then I will utilize this calendar, write out, my work schedule, things that I've got going on. The Flourish planner has weekly overviews and then daily breakdowns. Okay, so I did not really film a transition, but here I am creating my vision board for January and then filling out my ideal routines so that I can accomplish all of my habits for the month. We are 10 minutes into this video and I feel like I have mostly rambled the whole time. But the point of all of this is just to say I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish this year, and the first step for me personally is setting these habits, these routines, and that is my focus for January. So I will, like I said, be recording updates weekly and uploading those to YouTube, as well as doing a monthly recap at the end to see kind of how I've done and where I can improve and what's going to be going on for next month. So mostly I will let this video finish out, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to explain that a little bit since I don't know between all of my rambling if my point was clear and concise. But anyways, here's to the next video. Hopefully it's a little more straightforward and to the point and not me talking in circles over and over like this one was. I just finished up making my vision board for January and writing out my ideal routines. So I have my grocery order pickup ready for the 31st, so I'm not tempted to eat out because I need groceries. So I'm feeling really good about the next 30 days and making these habits routine. I feel like I've rambled on a ton, but basically this is just an introduction to, again, say that for the next 30 days I'm really focusing on my habits, because I really do think that creating these habits and creating these routines is going to change my life. So I'm excited to take you all along for the ride, and I'll see you in the first update video.